With the new X series of scratch-offs from the New York Lottery, you can multiply your winnings up to 100 times. The X series from the New York Lottery. It's a better way to multiply. You must be 18 years or older to purchase. Please play responsibly. On this week's episode, Kim and I get to know the 30th overall pick, better known as Greg Rousseau. Greg shares what it was like hearing his name in Cleveland as he was drafted by the Bills. He also gets into what it was like being raised in a household full of hard workers and explains why he fits the culture in Buffalo. All that and more as we get going on Bills Pod Squad right now. Welcome into this week's episode of Bills Pod Squad presented by the New York Lottery. Maddy Glab and Bills owner and president Kim Pegula here as your hosts. We've got a really fun episode today, and it's one of our newest Buffalo Bills who joins us. He was the 30th overall pick in last night's first round of the NFL draft. We have defensive end Greg Rousseau on with us. Greg, thanks so much for hanging out with us for a little bit today.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
All right, we wanted to have a little bit of fun here to get to know you a little bit better because, you know, fans, they got to hear you last night when you spoke to the media, but we want to know about you as a person. So, what is your personality like? We're going to do a little bit of rapid fire. So, if you had to describe your personality to somebody, how would you describe it?
I feel like I'm a really chill person, you know. I'm pretty generous. I like to help people out. I'm always positive. I always like to lift people up rather than put them down. I try to be as nice as possible. When it comes to being on the field, I'm a competitor. But off the field, I like to just be a great human being and just try to be as decent as I can.
All right, this might be a trick question, Greg, but what is your favorite food?
I'm gonna say wings.
Oh, he got it right.
He did.
Ding, ding, ding.
He did get it right.
Who tipped you off on that
studying.
answer, Greg?
No, I really do like wings. I love lemon pepper wings. I love hot wings.
Lemon pepper wings are really great, but you're going to find some amazing wings here in Buffalo, so you got to hit that up right away.
He passed the first test.
He's
Definitely a Bill.
Here's the second test, Greg. When people ask you if you like ranch or blue cheese, even if you don't like blue cheese, you got to say blue cheese, or the fans are just they're going to go crazy on you.
You
I
can
heard about that. I actually heard about that yesterday. Yesterday I said something about ranch. You're like, no, don't say that. Don't say that.
Yeah. Say you like nothing on your wings. You just like them plain, or you like blue cheese, because ranch is the wrong answer all day. I've gotten in trouble for it. A lot of players have gotten in trouble for it. So we're just going to tip you off on that one to get you on the right foot.
Yeah.
Who is your role model?
I definitely say my parents. I'd say both of them are, you know, just seeing them work so hard. They really motivate me every single day. So it's definitely my parents.
Okay, what about outside of football? Do you have any hobbies? What do you like to do in your downtime?
Yeah, I'd say I like to go to the mall for sure. You know, I actually like to read comic books. I have the whole Walking Dead, I have like 3 separate books, and it covers the whole entire series. So I like stuff like that. I like to watch Netflix. I like to play video games. I like to play Warzone, Madden, 2K. And other than that, I like to spend time with my family or my girlfriend, you know, going to the mall, going to the beach, things like that. Now I'm going to Niagara Falls.
The beach turns into Niagara Falls here. There's some good beaches in Canada, though. Whenever the border opens back up, there's going to be some great beaches to check out over summer.
So, wait, here's another quiz, Greg. Are we closer to Lake Ontario or Lake Erie?
Lake Erie.
All right, you got it right.
Ding,
yeah,
ding, ding.
I'm telling you
he
what.
was talking about
you
Lake
Erie
in his
I know, but sometimes
introductory
people
presser
get
too.
mixed up with because Lake Ontario is so close that you know I thought maybe that was something that would really trip him. But you know, it sounds like he maybe have had some help.
My dad went to Erie Community College. He went to Erie Community College, so I knew that Lake Erie had to be like, you know, right, like somewhere real close, you know.
I like it. You were talking about TV shows, The Walking Dead, comic books. You like to watch Netflix. What's your favorite TV show?
Favorite TV show? That's hard. I'm going to say favorite TV show.
Or
I'm going to say
us a
Attack
few.
on Titan.
It's
like an anime type show. Attack on Titan. It's really good. It's like it's a newer show. It's kind of like anime is kind of like cartoons, it's like a fighting show, but it's really, really interesting and really deep.
All right. Okay. So Tell us a secret. Tell us something that most people do not know about you, but that you're going to share with our whole Bills Mafia family.
Something people don't know about me. A long time ago, I used to want to play the piano. A long time ago.
Oh, okay.
Like, really long time ago.
Do you have any musical talents? Do you sing?
I played the flute for a little bit. I wasn't really that good at it. So, I mean, I really just stick with football, honestly. But yeah, I do like music. I like listening to music a lot.
Okay, well, we are happy that you stuck with football and not the flute, Maddy.
Yeah, right? Maybe you wouldn't be here today if you
That's
stuck
right.
with the flute. Maybe you'd be in some sort of orchestra or something, or just some awesome musician. So we're happy
that was
that
like
you
a
chose...
1 week. That was like a 1 week thing, the whole flute thing.
I love it. I mean, I can play hot cross buns on the recorder, but that's about as far as my musical talents go. But let's get back to last night, which was really early this morning by the time the Buffalo Bills were on the clock. When you hear your name with the 30th overall pick, the Buffalo Bills select Greg Rousseau out of Miami. I mean, what was it like hearing your name and being in Cleveland for it?
I mean, it was awesome. It was something that I dreamed about my whole entire life. And it was really just the best feeling ever, just getting that phone call. It was amazing. And I'm just so happy that the Bills believed in me. And I'm ready to put it all on the line and go as hard as I can.
What was the draft room like?
You know what? It was different because last year was so different. And I know that there was a lot of players that actually didn't go to Cleveland and they were staying at home. Did you ever give a thought to staying at home versus coming to Cleveland?
Yeah, I actually did. But I talked to my family and they all wanted to go. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to go because that's what they want to do, And I mean, they all dreamed of being at the draft as well. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to go for it.
Yeah, it was great to be back. I mean, it really was. I know it was a little bit less players there. Our war room was a little bit smaller than usual, but it was nice to be back, to see that big stage and to, see, Roger Goodell there, greeting you. It was nice to get some kind of that normalcy back feeling. So it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of waiting. I got to admit, Picking 30 is, you wait around a lot, but we're just happy that you were there, and it's just once you have the guy, it's like it's like a weight off your shoulder. You're just so pumped up that you got your guy.
Yeah, Brandon said it's who we wanted all night long. So to hear that from the Bills GM, I'm sure you were pretty excited, knowing this is. They were targeting you for quite a while, and they really liked what you were able to offer in those Zoom interviews. But did you receive any really great text messages or calls, or did any one of those stand out to you? I'm sure your phone was literally blowing up all night and still is. But any stand out to you, or maybe any text messages from some of your new teammates already?
Yeah, I got a couple from some of my new teammates and a couple messages on Instagram, like Zach Moss reached out, things like that. Like Josh Allen followed me on Twitter. So it's pretty cool. I'm so happy to be a part of the Bills family, and I just can't wait. I can't wait to meet everybody, to start working out, start learning the playbook. I'm ready.
So what was your day like today? You came in from Cleveland with your whole family, and you maybe got to meet some of the coaches, tour the facility.
Yeah.
Is it a lot to take in, or what are you trying to experience today? Just to understand who the organization is, and a lot of whirlwind things going on in your head.
Yeah, I'm just trying to meet everybody. I'm trying to learn names as I go along. Because these are people I'm gonna be around for hopefully my whole entire career. So I'm trying to get to know everybody. I got a tour of the whole entire facility. It's beautiful here. It's like I'm living in the future. So it's crazy. The weight room's huge. The field's super nice. The locker room's awesome. Been meeting a lot. I met the trainers. I met some of my coaches. So I'm super excited. It's dope.
Was it nice to be able to get back to football? Of course, a lot of been talked about, taking last year off, opting out. And did you find yourself really missing? I know you were doing it for a good reason for your family, of course. But do you find yourself, really missing football? And what did you miss the most about it?
Really just being competitive, being out there on the field and just having that edge going against different people every single week is what I missed about a lot. I know it's tough sitting out and not being able to play. But I'm glad that I have I have a new like this bond of brothers, and I can't wait to get to know them, and can't wait to meet everybody.
Brandon Beane, in his press conference last night, described you as just having the intangibles, a knack to get to the quarterback. What do you think is your best trait as a defensive end that you think is going to translate into the NFL?
I'd say being able to use my length, but I'd also say my versatility, so being able to play 3-tech, 5-tech, and 9-tech, being able to play up and down the line of scrimmage, even dropping the coverage if I'm asked to, just being able to do a lot of different things and being able to fit into a lot of different formations and packages.
Now, we know you play different positions, but besides defensive end, did you play other sports growing up? I mean, where did you get your athleticism from?
Yeah, actually, I ran track in high school, and I also played basketball too. So I've always just been like somebody who's loved sports. I love football a lot more than any other sport, honestly, but the other sports are still fun, just to do on the side.
I want to get into your family. So when you were talking to the media last night, you said that your parents lived in Buffalo for 4 to 5 years and your brother was born here. And I know there were some details you still needed to iron out. So explain to us why your parents were living in Buffalo, what they were doing there. Give us all of the details, because there's always a tie to Buffalo somewhere, and Western New York somewhere. You're going to find out when you get here. Maybe you go back to Florida, you're going to see some Bills shirts walking around. I feel like Buffalo is literally everywhere, and now that you're on this team, you're going to start to see it in places and be like, oh my gosh, there are Bills fans all over this world. So when it comes to you and your ties to Buffalo, tell me how your parents were here for those 4 to 5 years and what they were up to.
Yeah, well, they actually had family here. So my mom had her sister living here, and she had a brother living here. So they moved out here, and my mom and my dad went to Erie Community College, and my mom went to a nursing school over here. So I'm pretty sure they were here mostly for the family and school. And then my older brother, he was born here in the city.
It was crazy, our one of our scouts, Mike Zabel, was talking on the phone, and you mentioned to him that your parents were at Buffalo, and we were all, I thought you were joking. I thought you were just saying that to be, to be nice.
No,
I was crazy.
Are.
I couldn't believe it. I was like, wait, this never came up before. So, like Maddie says, you will find the Bills Mafia family everywhere, and it's nice that they can connect with you, that you are already, a part of the Buffalo family, even, all those years ago.
You spoke
it's crazy.
You spoke about your parents as being your role models, and I want to dive a little bit deeper into that. I mean, your mother is a nurse. Your father repairs fire trucks and emergency vehicles, from an article that I was reading when we were preparing for this podcast. You said your brother was in the Coast Guard, or is in the Coast Guard. I mean, it sounds like you come from a family of just hard workers, which is also what Buffalo is about. You're going to hear blue collar a lot when you hear about Buffalo. How did that hard work get into you, and how did that, being raised in a family like that and all of the hard workers, and your mom, your dad, your brother, what was it like being raised in that type of environment, and how did it also turn you into the type of person you are today?
Yeah, I mean, it was great. I'm blessed to have been raised in that type of environment, and just being around my brothers and my parents, just them always working hard really pushed me to do the same. And also just with everything I do, I try to be 100% into it and just go hard at all times. I'm never like one leg in, one leg out. I'm all the way in when it comes to whether I'm like just cleaning the house, whether it's football, whether it's like just driving, anything. I try to be a perfectionist and do everything right and do everything I'm asked. So it really came from just the people I was around growing up.
So you have something in common with my husband, who I know you met, is that he is a very neat person. And we heard that you are also a neat freak, actually, I think was the term that your family used. But I don't know if you do this, but my husband likes to put Post-it notes everywhere to remind others to be neat. Have you ever done that?
Really?
Yes, maybe something new that he can teach you. Oh, no.
I can learn from him. I can learn from him. I like that.
Oh,
I might start doing that.
he puts little reminder notes in these little post-its everywhere for people, like, hey, you, don't forget to put this back, or clean up the the dog dish, or whatever. So yeah, you two need to talk a little bit more. Well, maybe not too much, because I'm not the neat freak in our family, but obviously, you are from Florida, and we talked about how we are kind of a little bit like neighbors. He's just actually down the road on 441. Had a chance to talk.
441, yeah.
I had a chance to meet your whole family. They were in the team meeting room there while you were doing the tour, and they said that you lived on 441. So hopefully, what's your favorite spot in Florida?
My favorite spot,
like your favorite restaurant? Yes.
I like the Cheesecake Factory at the Boca Raton Town Center. I'm always over there.
I am there. I am there all the time, Greg. I probably
Really?
saw you there. Yes. I live right near the mall.
Well, who would have known?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Small
I go
world.
to the mall all the time, and I go to the Whole Foods near I-95 near Boca High. There's like a Whole Foods at Barnes and Nobles, and I'm always over there. Like that's a really chill spot. If I want to go like read, that's where I got the comic books from, actually, from that Barnes and Nobles in Boca.
All right. Yeah. Well, I may see you at the mall next week then.
Just might.
Might as well meet up. I mean, you got ties to Buffalo, ties to Florida. It was meant to be that you were supposed to be on this team, and we're so glad that you're here. It seems like you just fit here. The DNA, the type of culture that's in Buffalo, listening to your press conference last night and the answers that you provided, your personality that we were able to kind of gather a little bit from in your interview last night, as well as through this podcast. My wheels are turning. I'm just like, it just makes sense based on what Sean McDermott wants, based on what Kim, you and Terry want, based on what Brandon Beane wants. Another thing that I think falls into this perfectly is that you graduated from high school early. High school is a time where a lot of people are just kind of trying to figure themselves out and not necessarily do the extra work to graduate early. You hear that a lot in college, maybe graduating early, but high school, not so much. What was the motivation to graduate early? And also the type of high school you went to, it was a smaller high school. And I hear you had to take like 2 trains and a bus to get there.
Yeah, and that's just in me, like you said, blue collar, hard work and dedication. Honestly, I knew I wanted to go to Miami. I knew I was going to be focusing more on defensive end, so I knew I had to gain a little bit of weight, opposed to other players in my class. So I knew I had to get a head start and get there in January. So just me knowing that, I was like, all right, let me graduate early so I can get a head start on things. And that was just determination. It was tough taking 2 trains and taking I took 7 classes on FLVS, which is like a Florida virtual school system, but it all paid off. I mean, hard work pays off for sure.
What, I'm sure that you've had other colleagues and teammates, some that still probably are in the draft and some that are in the pros now. Have you had any really good advice from anyone about having your first year as a rookie, what to expect in the pros?
Yeah, I've had some people give me advice, and they told me to come in there, be humble, be hungry, work hard, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna take it day by day, try to soak everything up from the older guys, from the coaches, be as coachable as possible, and just be the best person I can be, and just keep on growing. I feel like life is a lot about growth. You always have to be getting better, whether it's a lot or a little bit. You always got to just move forward, whether it's mentally, physically, spiritually. Always be getting better. So that's what I'm gonna be focused on while I'm here.
Well, you're going to hear this a lot about the growth mentality, though. So you're going to fit right in. This is what our coaching staff and the organization is really about, is that development and growth as a player and as a human being. So I don't know, Maddie. I think I think he's going to fit right in. It's
humble and hungry. Yes. I already heard those words. I mean, you're right there with what anybody would be expecting out of a Buffalo Bills player. And you're 21 years old, 21 years young, I should say.
Yeah, I turned 21 on April 5th, so it was like 3 weeks ago.
You seem very mature for your age at 21, Greg.
Everybody tells me that. Everybody tells me that. Thank you.
But being around the complex today, I mean, what are the vibes that you're getting from this place right off the bat with the people that you're interacting with?
I mean, I can tell the coaches really coach hard, so I know they're going to push me to be the best version of me that I could be. And also, but it's just it's beautiful, first and foremost. It's like amazing out here. So I can see why.
Wait, time out. Are you talking about the complex, or are you talking about the weather?
Come more to complex because there was some hail today. No, but I don't mind it. I don't mind it. I'm happy to get out the heat. You know.
Yeah, when I was actually at the house and I was like hailing it, I was like, oh no, I hope Greg's not coming in right now when it's hailing out. But like you said, you're going back to Florida tomorrow, so snow doesn't last. So
Yeah. Summers here are incredible. You want to be here for the summer. I know the off season is kind of in the summer, but when camp starts right up, I mean, the weather is perfect. It doesn't get too hot, not too humid like it does in Florida. So we really luck out for the summers here. But one last question before we wrap up. I mean, what's next for you? What are you up to the rest of this week into next week? What's the plan here as you kind of are starting to get ready to be a part of the NFL here?
Yeah, well, I'm gonna get dinner tonight, and then after that, I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna go back home to the South Florida area, keep on working out, keep on getting in better shape. I'm gonna get more in football shape, so I'm gonna keep on pushing myself, work a lot of D-line stuff, and I'm gonna come back ready on a week from next Wednesday. I'll be back up here. So I'm gonna get all my living stuff squared away and moving up here. I'm super excited.
I love it. Kim, you got any advice about Buffalo things?
What to bring when it comes to Buffalo?
What to check out?
I feel like, we provide everything. So, you just need to bring yourself and the great work ethic and that great attitude that you already have. And everything else really takes care of itself. So, nope, I just, just bring yourself.
I love it. Greg.
I will.
Thank you so much for answering some of the questions. Awesome to get to know you a little bit better. We are thrilled that you are a part of this team. I mean, watching your tape, getting to listen to you here, I'm so excited about it.
Can't wait for the season to start. It seems like you'll never get here, but it'll be a few months away. It's going to go by fast. It really is.
I can imagine. I'm super excited too. Thanks for having me.
Thanks, Greg.
Thanks, Greg. And thank you all for who are tuning into this awesome podcast. Kim, thank you so much. Also, it's been a while. You haven't been in here in a while. So happy to be back on with you, but we can't wait to see you on the field, Greg, and we can't wait for more of these podcasts where we get to meet some more Buffalo Bills. So
we'll have 2 other ones today, hopefully.
Yeah, 2 other ones today. So keep tuning in, everybody.
Right.